Hello, Rushback here again. Something a little bit different here. I'm doing a map review of the one of the new map pack on the Stimulus map pack of Modern Warfare 2, and this is Crash. For all you guys that don't know what Crash is, it's a small map with a crash site, as you can see there, into the middle of the map. Reminds me of Black Hawk Down. Great film. If you haven't seen it, watch it. Brilliant film. And this was actually a Call of Duty 4 map. It's exactly the same layout, just with the different look. It's been different style. And that, where I am now, this is the Search and Destroy and Demolition spawn, and the first place I was the Team Deathmatch and every other game mode spawn. I want to teach you guys all the names of these places, and that place there is Sandbag Building, and this is Flat Roof. I need you guys to start learning these callouts, just so you can help your team out immensely. So if you see a guy up here, you won't go, oh, the guy on the roof, because there's 1,000 roofs on this building. So if you want to call it top of DIY store, or on the flat roof is what I call it from COD 4. And this seems to be a bit of a DIY store. It's a change from COD 4 because there was nothing in here, and there seems to be bikes and lights and everything DIY related. But yeah, a lot of people like to hide around in this building, especially in well, all the game modes really, because it's just a really good spot to sit. So I'm babbling a bit here. I'm going to go up in the sky because I can fly. As you can tell, the bomb sites are in a line formation. A, B, and C are all in a perfect straight line. And as you can tell, it's a very small map, and a lot of spawn cabinet can be had in this line format. And this building here is where it's at. This is what's called as the 3-story, because it has 3 stories, so it's a call out you want to be on. And it's basically where everyone wants to be at. So your little route would be down here. Throw a frag just about there. That should get an enemy, and onto this bin. This bin's a great place to sit, and a lot of people like to sit here because you can see you see B next to the helicopter crash site, and you can see Blue Room. So this is the middle of the 3 stories, second floor, and it's where Search and Destroy and Demolition is a bomb site is actually. And I'll show you this little spot here. This is a good spot if you're spawning on the other side of the map, because you can actually see their spawn. And you can actually defend C from there, which is always nice. It's always a nice spot. And this is the reason why this building is so desirable for everyone, pretty much, because you can see the entire map. You can see down there, which is the A, which is their spawn. You can defend B flag very effectively, and you can actually see C flag. So I'm going to zoom over to the A spawn now, just to give a perspective of both sides of the map, trying to give you a better understanding. And as I was saying about it being in the top floor of that 3-story is a very good spot to sit, and a lot of people will be sitting there. So going down here, if you look directly ahead of me now, in the distance you can actually see the top of the 3-story from there, and you can also see it from here too. If I can get it right, there we go. So stick on your thermal sight, or if you've got a good shot with an M16 or something, you can definitely be picking people off from there. So it's just something you want to be thinking about, because going by where I just was there isn't really viable if you're playing a good team, because you will not get past it. This is called the Blue Room, okay? So why is it called Blue Room? All the walls are blue. There was a lot more blue in COD 4, but it's still pretty blue. And from here you're right above B flag point on Domination, and you can see the 3-story, and you can defend the bomb site fairly well from there. So it's a good spot to sit, but I wouldn't recommend staying there for too long. And where I'm spinning around like a madman on heat is where grenades will be thrown on all game modes, mainly Search and Destroy, because everyone's going to be rushing to get to this point where I am now on top of the 3-story. Because you can see, as you can tell, you can see C, you can see B, and you can easily see A. So so this is Team Deathmatch and Domination spawn for spawning at C, and over here is Search and Destroy and Demolition spawn point. Slightly different, just to give it a bit more of a fair advantage. So this is the first spray point. One playing hardcore is a better spray point, so that one down there is pretty effective. And this one on hardcore is incredible. And just down there's a little hole in that blue room, and that goes straight through the middle of the blue room that I was in previously. And that's the spray spot you want to be learning if you're playing a lot of hardcore, because you will get a lot of people. So this is the grenade spot I was spinning on like a madman. And we're on this bin, and this shows how effective this bin spot is, because you can see everyone coming out of that blue room door there, trying to get to the A building. or the 3-story. You can defend B, and you can spawn lock people. So it's a good spot to sit, but I wouldn't recommend staying there for too long because people will get smart and kill you. And from the bottom there, you can actually defend B pretty effectively. This spot here is a spot that seems to be no one really knows. And you can see where I'm shooting there. You can actually see it from here, which is fantastic, guys. And you need to learn that spot, especially for search and destroy. And I'm using a lot of search and destroy references because I'm a search and destroy player on competitive gaming. And I'm trying to give you an insight for everything, guys. So this is top of the 3-story, and check out what you can see. You can see B. Shotgun's probably not advisable. You can see B, you can see C, and you can actually spawn lock people because you notice the people in A, they can't actually get by there without you getting shot, or they're kind of getting forced into this blue room. But you can, as you can tell, you can still shoot through this doorway and all the doorways pretty much. So if you get a choice of picking in the competitive gameplay where you want to be, and that's the ladder, by the way, to get onto the top of the 3-story, and I fail on the floor. Lovely. So yeah, if you're in competitive gameplay, you want to be picking the spawn I'm at now, just because you can spawn up people in that one very well. And this is once again sandbag building because it has lots of sandbags. And you actually defend this bottom floor here, stop people from running out. So if you've got a good shot, it's probably a good place to sit. And you can get B there, and it's a pretty universal spot, to be honest, because you can defend B bomb site, which is just to my left now, just behind me, in search and destroy spawn, and that's defense spawn, by the way, that I showed you at the start. And from this building here in the bottom of the DIY store, you can actually defend B pretty effectively. And back onto flat roof, you can see people down this left-hand alleyway. No, alleyway. Go on, Rush. And you can defend B here too, and while shooting people in blue room and getting people running to A. So if you got a good shot, this map is definitely good, and I especially like this map just because you can use more SMGs, and I'm really hoping that people will be bringing out the MP5Ks, the Vectors, the P90s a bit more, just because this is definitely a smaller map, and this game's definitely in need of a thing, using more SMGs. By the way, as you just saw there, I wasn't actually capturing the flag by laying on top of the actual flag itself. I was laying next to it, and that's the tip that you guys need to learn, because laying on the flag is going to be bad. And look, check this spot out. Run onto that helicopter. It may take a little bit of practice, and then you can run straight here. This is amazing for search and destroy. You run straight onto the helicopter, you run straight into the spawn and capture them by surprise, and they will not be most people will not be looking for that. So we're back into blue room, and as I was saying before, that's a spray spot that I showed you before that goes straight into blue room on hardcore. That's basically where the spray comes from, and this is the attack spawn for search and destroy, or this is where you spawn in every single game mode apart from free for all, obviously, because that's a little bit different. And this spot here is the one I was showing you, where you can shoot the people on the top of the 3-story. So it's probably best if you use a thermal, or if you have a good shot with like an M16 or a TAR or something like that. You can see it from these two positions here. Overall, guys, I would say I'm definitely going to give the new map pack a 9 out of 10. And I give Crash, I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 as well. Just because it would be 10 out of 10. The only problem is that we've had to pay 1,200 Microsoft points for 5 new maps, quote unquote, when 2 of them are actually COD 4 maps. So all they've done is just add a new skin to it. This is a little bit upsetting, and it costs a lot of money, but for all you guys who've been umming and ahhing on the old Xbox scene, I would highly recommend that you pick this map pack up, just because it refreshes this game a little bit. This game is getting very boring for me, and playing new maps is just great. And this is the spot I was talking about, just on top of this bin, seeing into their spawn. Excuse me. So yeah, all you guys on Xbox, I just recommend doing this. And people normally sit on top of those stairs, guys. And this is where search and destroy and demolition A bomb site is. And when coming up all these stairs, you want me doing this motion I'm doing here, just in and out the doorway, because people like to plant the claymores there and sit at the top of the stairs. And when I'm shooting the shotgun now, it's basically where people like to sit. So if you need to be learning all these spots, guys. And yeah, so as I was saying, for all you guys on the Xbox, I highly recommend downloading this new map pack, just to refresh this game a little bit, because it gets a little bit boring and tiresome maybe, and a little bit of a clap for a good map. And yeah, for all you guys on PC and PS3 when it comes out, I recommend you download this. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, guys. Always leave me a comment in the description talking about whether you like this type of review, talking about the map rather than doing a gameplay of it, just so I can give you a more in-depth view of it. Once again, download my toolbar, guys. I have a new toolbar now for those of you guys who didn't see the last video. It works this time. So all the people downloading it, you can get in the chat. You can talk to me, play with me, get into open lobbies, and just things like that. So just leave me a comment, talk about whether you like this, download my toolbar, give me a rating, and I love you all, guys. Alright? Peace.